Hello people, welcome back to another episode of Article of the Week, where we choose one single article and decide to break it down for you. Now of course, the article for this week was a little bit interesting because I come from a psychology background and I thought that maybe this is something that would, excite the normal masses as well. And of course, the link to the summary of this entire article would be down in the description box below. So if you want a free summary of this very article which I am going to break down for you, you can always go down in the description box and check it out for yourself. But without much delay, let's just get started. So you already read the title. What is that one personality factor that will help you live longer? And I'm just going to give you the answer straight up front. Conscientiousness. Now you might be thinking, what is conscientiousness? You see, Costa and McRae actually suggested a personality model in which each individual is divided along 5 different spectrums. So the first one would be your openness, the second one would be your conscientiousness, the third one is extroversion, the fourth one is agreeableness, and the fifth and the final one is neuroticism. Now all these spectra are actually differing in what kind of traits and qualities they describe, but we are going to focus on conscientiousness here because there has been a lot of research that shows that people who are high in conscientiousness are actually quite better at surviving in the long run. In fact, one of the subcomponents of conscientiousness, which is industriousness, has been shown to increase or decrease your mortality range by up to 25%. So you see how small changes to industriousness, which is a subcomponent of conscientiousness, can actually help you live longer or help you live a shorter life. Now I know what you're thinking. Abdullah, personality is personality. How is this in any way related to my biological system? Well, you see, your personality does not only dictate the way you operate into the world, but also your emotions. You see, if you're very high in neuroticism, you're going to critique yourself a lot. And research has been done on neuroticism as well, but there is no substantial proof that it actually helps you live a longer life or maybe decrease your life. On the other hand, conscientiousness is a personality factor that has been linked with a significant increase in your mortality range. In fact, if you are high in conscientiousness, it has been shown that you would indulge in activities that are actually pro-life, and that would actually help you live a longer life. For example, you are more likely to exercise, you're more likely to stay away from alcohol, you're more likely to stay away from cigarettes. And after all of these habits are formed on the basis of our personality, and we know that all of these habits play a great role in how long we are going to live. So you see that the connection here is that of correlation and not causation. And if I must put this in terms of psychology, correlation is not causation. That means that two factors, if connected, are not necessarily the cause or the effect of the other one. Let me break it down for you. Imagine thunder and lightning. Both of them occur at somewhat the same time. Of course, you can say that lightning is faster. So most of us think while we are kids that it is lightning because of which thunder is occurring. Now of course that is a faulty presumption, because we know that it's basically the electron discharge that is happening from the sky towards the earth that is causing the lightning, and of course that is also the reason for the thunder that we're hearing. But as kids we fail to differentiate between this, and hence we think that it is the lightning which is causing the sound, the thunder. That being said, there are also some important biological markers which have been said to be associated with your conscientiousness. Take for example interleukin 6, which is a factor that is responsible for the functioning of your immune system. People who are high in conscientiousness are actually quite low in interleukin 6. That actually means that you get to live a better life as a result of your immune system functioning better, which in turn functions better because you're high in conscientiousness. So if you want to figure out how to increase your conscientiousness, because that is also a debate, can we change our personality parameters? Well, to some degree. Well, if you want to live a longer life that way, I'm putting out a few links down in the description box below, so you should definitely check them out. And that is all for Article of the Week this time. I'll see you next week. Take care.